to participate in the voting process. Your participation can set the stage to changing the future. In this segment, we are going to walk you through how to actually complete an application. So, let's get you registered. In a previous segment, we discussed the ways in which you can obtain an application to register to vote. In this segment, we will focus our attention on completing the online application. The information required for the online application is the same as the information required for a paper one. So if you have a paper application, you can just follow along, as this will be beneficial for you as well. The online application is available from a variety of resources. The League of Women Voters website enables registrations from all states where such registrations are legal. Additionally, you may access the online form through the website for the Harris County Voter Registrar's Office. Accessing the form in this manner takes you to the website for the Texas Secretary of State, where the form actually resides. This form is specifically for anyone living in a Texas county. We will use this form for our example. Registering to vote through the Harris County Voter Registrar's Office is very simple. All you need to do is go to www.hctex.net/voter/registration. Yes, just enter into your web browser www.hctex.net/voter/registration, and you'll be taken to the web page for Ann Harris Bennett, Tax Assessor Collector and Voter Registrar, which will open to the Register to Vote section. Next, scroll down on that page until you see Obtain a Voter Registration Application by these convenient ways. Look at number 3, Request an Application Online from the Texas Secretary of State. Then click on Texas Secretary of State to be taken to the Texas Secretary of State's website. The website for the Texas Secretary of State is displayed to the voter registration application page. The information is shown in English. If you need the information in Spanish, just click on Español on the right side of the screen. Before you can proceed with completing the application, you need to know a couple of things. You need to know your county of residence. Houston is in Harris County, and you need to know whether you have submitted an application to register previously. If you're not sure if you've submitted an application before, or if you just want to validate your current registration, please check out our segment, Am I Registered? It will walk you through how to verify that information. Once you answer the question, Are you a United States citizen?, the form will appear below. The rest of the form appears. The first question asks, will you be 18 years of age on or before Election Day? Remember, you may register to vote once you've achieved the age of 17 years and 10 months. However, you may only vote once you reach the age of 18. Then it asks, what type of application will this be? Is it new? Have you never registered to vote before? Is it a change? Do you need to change your address or maybe change your name on your voter registration? Or do you need to replace your voter registration certificate? You may only check one of these. Then it asks if you're interested in serving as an election worker. You may answer this to your liking. And then we get into specific applicant information. Your first name, your middle name, and your last name. This information must be entered as it appears on your legal document, such as a driver's license. With your last name, if you are a junior, a senior, or a second, or a third, and that appears on your legal documentation, that's your suffix, you must enter that with your last name. And if you have a former last name, perhaps a maiden name or a former married name, you will need to enter that name under former name. And then you will need to enter your date of birth. The date of birth is entered as 2 digits for the month, 2 digits for the date, and 4 digits for the year. The gender and the telephone number are optional. Next, we'll need to enter in our ID. We have a space provided for a Texas driver's license number or a Texas personal ID number. Both of those are issued by the Department of Public Safety. If you don't have either of those, you may use the last 4 digits of your Social Security number, as we've shown in this example. If you don't have either a driver's license, Texas personal identification number, or a social security number, you need to check the box provided. Then you will enter in your address. This is the address where you actually live. So you enter in your street address and your apartment number if you have one. If you don't have an actual street address, then you need to describe where you live. You may not include a P.O. box number, a rural route number, or a business address. So for county, you'll pick from the drop-down menu. In our case, we've chosen Harris. For address, we enter in our street number and our street name. If there is an apartment, we would also put it in that box. And then for the city, we would enter in our city name. In this case, we put Houston. For state, we put the 2-letter abbreviation, TX. And for the zip code, we put the 5-digit zip code. If by chance we lived in a different city and county, or we lived in a different address, we would actually put that information in the box provided. If you receive your mail at a different place from where you live, you will need to enter that address for mailing address. That's it. You've entered all of the information that's needed to get you registered. All you need to do now is to review it for accuracy and then read over the information to affirm that what you've entered is true and factual. Then click the Submit button. Once you click the Submit button, your information will be loaded into the form that you will be able to print, sign, date, and mail. Remember, just because you've completed this form online does not automatically register you to vote. You must still mail the printed, signed, and dated form in order to be registered. The Ready to Print form now appears. The information that we entered is displayed in the form on the screen. We just now need to take a few minutes to review the application once again for accuracy. Make sure all of your information is correct before you actually submit the form for printing. Scroll back up to the top of the form and click Print Application. This will print the form on your printer. After printing, you will need to sign and date your application before inserting it into an envelope addressed to your county registrar's office. The mailing address is shown at the top of the form. You will need to place a stamp on the envelope before you mail it. Remember, in Texas, you have to mail in the signed and dated application so that your application may be processed in order for you to be registered to vote. If you have questions regarding the voter registration application process, please contact your local county registrar. For a list of mailing addresses and phone numbers, please visit www.sos.voter/elections/voter/VOTREGIS.SHTML. If you live in Harris County and you have questions, you may contact the Harris County Registrar's Office at 713-274-8200. And Harris County residents, remember to send in your completed, signed, and dated form to Tax Assessor-Collector Ann Harris Bennett, P.O. Box 3527, Houston, Texas 77253-3527. Well, thank you again for listening to another segment in the series Preparing You to Vote 2020. This information is brought to you by the Good Hope Legal Aid and Social Justice Ministry. We invite you to check out our other segments in this series.